They woke gasping. The air, thin and recycled, bit at their lungs with a familiar metallic chill. A sharp, insistent bell echoed down the narrow, curved tunnel, the signal for the morning shift. Arms reached for the edges of sleep bunks, pulling bodies upward. The effort felt immense, a struggle against a profound, unsettling lightness. Legs swung over the side, but instead of a firm floor, they hit a strange, jelly-like resistance. The mind still had not fully accepted it after months underground. This was not the zero-G of training simulations, not a playful float in a massive water tank. This was a cold open to a new reality. Life at just over 1/3 of Earth's gravity. 100 volunteers, nearly 40 trained astronauts, scientists, engineers, doctors, technicians, the first permanent residents on Mars. Interconnected modules and tunnels buried under red sand to shield from deadly radiation. They left blue skies and the constant pull of 1G for the privilege and responsibility of building a foothold. The fix came on day one. Simple, low-tech, non-negotiable. Wrist weights, ankle weights, not bulky iron plates but sleek, dense bands filled with tungsten polymer. Heavy enough for constant resistance, streamlined to fit beneath the standard jumpsuit. If Mars would not pull hard enough, they would pull on themselves. Each morning, a quiet ceremony. Ankle bands, the familiar click of the clasps. Then wrists, accessories as much a part of identity as their mission patches, the anchors. Without Earth's pull, the body deconstructs. Bones thin, muscles atrophy, hearts grow lazy. The anchors provide passive, all-day resistance, mimicking load-bearing life to trick the body into keeping its terrestrial architecture. The first task after briefing, a slow, measured march, heel-to-toe striking, full push-off, posture upright against the float, move soil for hydroponics, carry filters to life support, each lift a small victory, each climb a workout. Annoyance turned to respect. The weights made every chore a vital act of self-preservation. Slow meant safe. Here, a dropped tool or a misread gauge could be catastrophic. The anchors kept them grounded, physically and mentally. Farmers of Mars coaxed life from stacked trays under relentless grow lights. Engineers guarded air and water in a humming maze of pumps, filters, and scrubbers. When a water pump failed, 10 worked through the sleep cycle. Extra mass made fine work harder, but they still brought levels back from the yellow. Beyond maintenance lay expansion. Bore, clear, shore, repeat, carving new chambers from regolith. Weighted wrists dampened recoil, struts went in truer. Gravity drills, centrifuge sprints and tunnel egress built muscle memory and trust. A typical week: work, rest, problem, solution. Monday began with full systems checks, teams dispersing with data pads, footfalls a soft rhythmic thud. Millimeters mattered in soy trays. Dust invaded everything. Heavy labor in 1/3 G took 4 and good bracing. By Wednesday, the routine was ingrained. Wrist weights now stabilized, fine adjustments. A pressure drop, a faulty seal, fixed fast, a test passed. Friday evenings, the colony exhaled together over simple stew and stories of Earth. Laughter echoed, precious and defiant. The anchors still on, a quiet reminder. Weekends lightened but never stopped. Longer workouts brought the burn that proved they were still strong. The week ended with quiet accomplishment, community intact, ready for another cycle. The colony's first major success was beautifully, wonderfully small. After months of care, one plant produced a single, perfectly ripe fruit, an impossible red against muted steel and regolith. The commander sliced it into over 100 slivers. Each bite, fresh, acidic sweetness, tasted of sunshine and earth. Triumph turned. Expansion work shook a ceiling loose, a sudden, violent shower of compacted regolith. Anna was pinned. Ben was dazed but moving. Fear was electric. They could not rush. Anchors forced powerful, deliberate pacing. In 1/3 G, the rock was lighter, but inertia the same. Weighted boots dug for purchase on loose ground. After agonizing hours, they freed her, a complex fracture that tested their small medical bay. A crack in their armor of optimism, danger a constant sleeping neighbor, and a bond reforged by slow, steady, weighted effort. As the first year drew to a close, a reflective calm settled. They had endured. What once felt alien became ritual. Anchors donned like armor before battle. They learned the habitat's language, a fan's pitch, a light's flicker, a whisper in the floor. Every turn, junction, and conduit mapped into muscle memory. This warren became home. Small wins accrued into something real, salads that lifted morale more than any report. The habitat map branched, objectives met and exceeded. Physiology data, especially on weighted bands, proved invaluable. These anchors preserved bone and muscle and culture, equalizing strong and scholarly into the same careful cadence. In a place where a floating pen is a projectile and a hurried step a fall, the weights taught the virtue of being grounded. On the year's final night, they faced the unfiltered sky, feeling the familiar, gentle pull of their anchors. Outside, an indifferent desert. Inside, a community. Ready for more setbacks, more challenges, and to keep pushing forward, one steady, weighted step at a time.